Welcome back, Joe here from Mobile Mouse. Today we're going to talk about calendars in Microsoft Project. Calendars do two things. They determine working and non-working time. Today we're going to look at creating a calendar, adding non-working time, exceptions to our calendar, but we're also going to change the default working hours. Microsoft provides a standard 8-hour workday calendar which works from 8 till 12, 1 till 5. Not everyone works those hours. Today we'll show you how you can do that. There are three screens to control calendaring inside Microsoft Project. We're going to have a look at all three today. One of them is out of sync with another. You'll get erroneous results on the Gantt chart. Let's start by typing in a task. Task number 1, I'm going to make this take 5 days, 1 week. I will move this to start on the Monday so you can see a nice neat 5 days. We're going to go to the project menu and we're going to look at change working time. This controls our calendar availability time. In here we can see that we have a selection of 3 calendars. 24 hours is 24 hours a day, plant and equipment, mine sites, police, hospitals, all work these sorts of hours. Night shift is appropriately for people that cross over the midnight period. This is a standard 8-hour a day calendar, and the default, which is a standard calendar, is also called the project calendar. The project calendar is our default calendar that controls the length of the blue bars for tasks that do not have resources assigned. If we click on any one of these days from Monday to Friday, you'll be able to see we work 8 till 12, that's a 4-hour morning period, 1 till 5, that's another 4-hour period totaling 8 hours. As I click on the individual days, you'll see there's no change, and weekends are classified as non-working. The bottom part of the screen has exceptions. This is for generally non-working time, but it can also include exceptions to working time. And work weeks is our default working weeks for the entire calendar. If you have 2013 or above version of projects, the calendar's now been extended 100 years, completing on 21/49, last day off. Now that we know the default hours, let's go and have a look at our project calendar. The project calendar is defined in the project information screen. This screen here shows us our start date, also our start time, which is not displayed at the moment, our calendar, which calendar will be used as the project calendar, our default calendar for drawing the initial blue bars, and our final screen is File, Options, Schedule tab. This one here determines our calendar options in here for a definition of a day, a week, and a month. If you ever type in a day, a week, or a month, the boxes here are used as a multiplier to do the calculations. Let's look at this in more detail. We're going to create our own calendar today. We do not work at 8 o'clock. We actually start work at 7:30. So I'm going to set our time up here to 7:30 a.m. We finish at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, not 5. And when I hit OK, we still work an 8-hour day. You'll see there's been a slight change at the beginning of our bar. This is only one aspect. You can already see we've got some synchronization issues. If I go up to our change working time, you'll see that the calendar, the standard calendar, is still set for 8 till 12, 1 till 5. We need this to change. To change the default hours per day, we go to the work weeks. In our default, there's a details button. We can select from here from Monday to Friday. Instead of using the default times, you might be able to just see that there. We're going to change that to a set specific times. We can click in here and we can now change that from 7:30 a.m. to 12:30 is when we normally have our lunch. In here, we go from 1 till 4 p.m. We only have a 30-minute lunch break. When we hit OK, you can see that if I click on any available work day, we work from 7:30 till 12:30, 1 till 4. This is from Monday to Friday. Weekends are still non-working time. If I hit OK, We've now got the same issue up the top here, but you can see we're now pushing over into the next week. Because we already typed a task in this project, the default start time and end time was picked up from our file option screen in our schedule tab. Can you see up here it says 7:30, but initially we had 8 AM. So if I cancel here, what we can't do is we can't see the times. If you go to the file menu and choose options again, this time stay in the general tab, our date format is just here. I want to choose date and time. This will reflect all the way through all screens of Microsoft Project. Now you can see we start at 8 AM. Just as a quick test, if I type in task number 2, you'll see it picks up 7:30 AM. That's our default start time from that screen I just mentioned. I can delete this task, go back up here, and I can now change this time here to be 7:30 AM, and when I click away you'll be able to see it now fits at 4 and our bar is now back at the same time. So there's an example of setting and changing the standard work time to be different hours. On top of that, if you want to put a public holiday in there, so if we declared the 8th of August as a public holiday, and we can set that to August 8, you'll now be able to see that August 8 is being shown up as a non-working period. The details here are shown as non-working time. You can also change that to working time if you wish. If we cancel out of here, hit OK, can you now see we have a grey bar on the Tuesday and our task is now being pushed out to the Monday. Guys, that's a quick sample of showing you how to change the standard calendar, the hours. It's still an 8-hour day, but all our screens are in sync. The 3 screens were the change working time. Project information determines which calendar is the project calendar, and the file option screen schedule tab needs to be in sync. If any one of these are out of sync, then you will get the discrepancies on our blue bars. Thanks for your time.